Think about the last time you made a big decision. Why did you make that choice? What made you choose one way rather than picking any of the other options available to you? There was a time when the answer to this question seemed simple, a time when we thought that people were entirely rational. Now, we know that decision-making is more like an iceberg. So much of the activity happens beneath the surface. To feel confident about your choices, it helps to be aware of 4 key drivers of decision-making. First, there are our unconscious thoughts. Our minds are designed to process huge amounts of information at extremely high speeds. They do this by using heuristics, like little mental shortcuts. These shortcuts help us to manage our complicated world efficiently. But there can be negative side effects of this thinking, distortions to our decision-making. For example, some heuristics function as biases. They can lead us to discriminate against people unfairly or ignore ideas that don't support our way of thinking. Second, there is unthinking custom and practice. Our families, societies, workplace, cultural backgrounds and friendships all carry sets of beliefs about what's right and wrong. We can easily absorb these beliefs without ever stopping to ask ourselves, do I agree with these beliefs? Are they valid? Third, there is our personal, ethical decision-making profile. People tend to have default settings they use when making decisions. Maybe you tend to think about outcomes. Perhaps you prioritize relationships in your decision-making. Each profile has strengths, but also weaknesses. These weaknesses can be our downfall, leading us to fail to consider other important ethical issues. Finally, and most importantly, there's reflective practice. This is the mode of conscious decision-making. It considers context and the people who will be affected by a decision. It's guided by our purpose, values, and principles, and exercises our imagination to think about what solutions might be possible. We like to think that this form of decision-making is our go-to. In reality, we're probably driven far more heavily by the first 3 drivers of decision-making. That's why ethics, the conscious practice of making and justifying our decisions, is so important. It's too easy to be led astray if we don't take the time to become familiar with our minds, our personal history, and our preferred ways of making decisions. If we can't admit our potential to make bad decisions, we'll struggle to make good ones. Make choices that reflect what's good and right, choices you can justify, and ones you can be proud of. That's what makes the choices actively yours.